On an episode of Peace of Mind with Taraji, actress Taraji P. Henson expressed her feelings about coming out. She said when her little brother came out to her, he did so because he felt safe, and she felt honored that he did that. She then went on to say she has a problem with the idea of coming out. Quote, because that creates trauma, unnecessary anxiety. It creates PTSD. This was backed up with an on-screen quote from the Journal of Happiness Studies. She continued with, quote, I don't have to come out and say I'm heterosexual. Why is it that they have to make this big presentation about something so personal to them? She said this with a full understanding of the societal issues surrounding us, but many people in the LGBT community took that clip and are chanting things online like "end coming out." So, Charles, I want to start with you. Hold on, let me get my screen together. My goodness. What are your reactions to ending coming out? What are your reactions to what Taraji said? And what are your reactions to this idea of ending coming out?
Okay, so in a utopia, like in this perfect society, we would come to a nation and a world where people don't assume heterosexuality as the default. But people have to also understand that we are not there. So Taraji's statement wasn't malice because watching more of the clip, she was giving credit to Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade for like embracing their child, and she almost broke down into tears and all that. But I feel like she also needs to grasp the fact that there are a lot of homophobic people. Like homophobia is still the majority. So it sounds great, and maybe one day it will happen, but right now, no.
Okay. And Marcus, any thoughts on that?
See, I'm so glad that we can agree on one thing because I agree with pretty much I agree with much everything he said. Like in a perfect world, that would be great. Like it would be fantastic. But so long as people will still walk to me and be like, "So, um, you found a nice woman yet?" We're gonna need to be able. We're gonna need that coming out experience because people are always going to assume, and we can't just allow people. We can't. I feel like we need people who are willing to like make that statement, make that stand by. Hey, you are not alone. I am here with you.
Yes, Michael.
But no,
Oh,
I'm
man.
serious. Yeah, we need that coming out statement.
I hear
We need
that. I hear that. And I feel like I am in the same boat as you guys. There has been a lot of talk online about just ending coming, and I don't know. I guess maybe I'm from a different generation. I'm a little bit, I'm a millennial, but maybe these are Gen Xers saying this. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is because, and I get the sentiment, but I tweeted that coming out is just changing the expectations or changing the assumptions of the people closest to you. Um, what did I have here? If you're gay, you're coming out regardless, whether it's formal or not. If you show up to the function with your boyfriend and you just don't say
I'm on the
anything,
function.
you're coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you're then like people are going to assume different things. So it's really an idea of whether or not you control that situation or whether you just leave it up to the imagination. So I don't think coming out is necessarily in and of itself the issue. I think homophobia is the issue. And I think that
Mm-hmm.
that is what, I think that's what we should be talking about. I mean, like saying you shouldn't be compelling people. I don't think anybody's compelling people to come out. There are moments when people are outed. But I don't think anybody really feels, I don't know. I mean, there's a compulsion. I don't know. I mean, I think when I came out, there was a compulsion for me to live truthfully and to not have and to not have any, to let my family know who I was and to be accepted and to just let the chips fall where they may. I think that that's what it was. I don't think it was, I have to come out because everybody else is doing it. I don't think that that's necessarily what it was. So do you think that, like, what do you think of the people who say that, though? Like, do you think that this is a generational thing? Do you think this is a, Twitter being extra type of thing, or what is it?
I don't think it's I don't just think it's necessarily Twitter being extra, because I think it is I think it is kind of a generational thing, because we're getting more and more to the point where, yes, I like the compliment. I think it is like a generational thing, because you have a lot of younger people now who, this is kind of just like water off their back. Like, they don't really think about it like that. So they're just like, oh, I don't need to come out, whatever. It's not that serious, and that's that big a deal. But I think even us, even probably maybe even people just in their 20s are probably like, no, this still matters. Things are better now. It's not as assumed now. But the fact still remains that most people in the world are going to assume you're heterosexual until you say that you're not.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. And I believe most people that say things like this are straight people, specifically homophobic people that don't like their realities to be shattered. Because the more people that come out shatter this misconception that they've been told all their life, that they don't exist. Gay people are like 2% of the population. That's rare. It's an ungodly thing. The more gay people that keep coming out, it's shattering that myth for them. And it's kind of like a shatter to the system for them. So they're kind of like, you guys need to slow down. All of a sudden, y'all are becoming gay, and this new gay trend, and it's no, girl, you just finally seeing the truth. So yeah, and it's a similar argument with movies and representation. They don't like for the truth to be put in their face because it goes against what they've been told.
Yeah. But I've also, like, I don't know how if you guys have ever experienced this, but I've dated. Well, I went on a date because there was no second date. There was no second date, but it wasn't because of this. But there was no second date. But but I remember dating a guy, and he said something like, I don't feel like I have to come out, or I don't, or why do you have to say anything, or what, and I mean, I get that kind of. I just don't feel like I want to hide anything to the people that are closest to me. Like, and I understand if your family, like, there are different situations for everybody, and your family may not, be open to that. But if you feel that your family would be, or if you like, why wouldn't you want to have that known and then move on? I mean, it's not like, I don't know. Maybe we need somebody from Gen Z generation to be in here and let us know, teach us something. But
I think even deeper than that, if we don't vocalize it, if we're not loud about it, they will erase us from history.
Okay.
Mic drop. That's the end of that topic.
All right. So yeah, I mean, I guess we kind of agree on that. There's really not a whole lot of back and forth that we can have with that. We'll have to see what happens once I post this on Twitter. Maybe Twitter will tear us up. We'll see when that happens.